where you hear the local people that make the news every day, 7 days a week on the big 1520 AM, 92.3 FM, and 106.5 FM WHOW, and on your easy choice for soft hits, 95.9 FM WEZC.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. My guest on the Zoom today, Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch. Mr. Mayor, good to see you. Merry Christmas. How's Lincoln this morning?
You too, Seth. Doing good. We have no snow on the ground, so that's a plus.
Yeah, nice.
So
nice.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta say, I just got a text from one of my buddies in Lincoln. Some excited. I know this is probably not what we're gonna talk, or actually we won't talk about, but I'm just gonna put it out there. I got a text from a buddy of mine over in Lincoln. Some high school friends of ours are excited that one of our own is going to be coaching Lincoln football next year. So pretty excited about that.
Yeah. Yep, that news came out. I haven't followed that too closely, but I have seen that on social media. So that's a good thing.
Yeah, Coach Fricky coming from Warrensburg to Lincoln. I'm excited about that. Happy for him as well. So very good, very good. Well, Mr. Mayor, let's dive into it. It's funny. I had on the show a few weeks back, I had Chief Rob Bross in Monticello on our show. He was talking about the No Solicitors program in Monticello that they have put together, and you were telling me Lincoln is doing a similar effort. Let's start there today, sir.
Yeah, our Chief Police Joe Meister, he saw this same program from Monticello, and he looked into it, and then he's brought this to the council for consideration. Him and I have spoke about it. It's what's called a no-knock list, and essentially it's a way of registering your property. And when solicitors come to town and we issue a permit to solicitors, they'll be given this list, and we're going to create an electronic version of it, similar to what Monticello does. And these are houses that they should stay away from. People have expressed an interest in not being solicited to, and so in the interest of improving, the community experience and quality of life, we're going to implement this in addition to our no solicitors program already. So we've already had solicitor dialogue out there. We publish a list of people that's in the community when they get a permit, so that if someone does come, you can ask and say, are you on the list? Do you have a license? I see this as an enhancement to our program.
So what is the program like now? How are you improving it through this?
So our current program is if a solicitor, let's say somebody selling solar energy, comes to City Hall and they want to get a permit to go door to door, our clerk's office processes that. And then once they are issued a permit, they go on our city website. So now if, say, my neighbor has someone knock on their door, they can pull the list up on the website and see if that person is actually registered to be soliciting in Lincoln. Because that's part of our ordinance, is you have to be registered. If not, then they need to go to City Hall and they need to get a permit. And we have had instances, I've even done it myself, where I ask for their permit and license, and if they can't produce it, then I instruct them on how to do that.
They don't know they're stopping by the mayor's house probably on that particular day.
They usually don't know until I go, oh, by the way, I'm the mayor. Nice to meet you. And it's a nice, cordial conversation. Sometimes they just don't know. But I just see this as taking it one step further to say we have them in our community, but now we're allowing residents to say, okay, they're in our community, but I don't want them coming to my door. So we're going to do our best to help that. I think we'll implement that without much problem. We've already done some homework on that from the guideline perspective with the chief. I know our clerks spoke to their clerk over there, And then also I've spoke with our IT guy for our website to see what we can put in. So we're on it. I think we'll implement it soon and we'll see how it goes.
Is this something folks will be able to say jump on the Lincoln website and put their name on a registry? Do they need to call City Hall? What will be the protocol for residents interested in getting on this list?
The idea, you'll be able to call City Hall too, but the idea is that any resident can go out to the website, they can subscribe to the no knock list, and then a solicitor or anybody for that matter will be able to come out and pull up lists. And I don't think we're going to have a list that's going to have name and address paired because that creates security privacy issues. But we will have addresses, and addresses are public information. And a solicitor, they may get a list when they come to town, but 2 months later, they may not be sure. So they, before they go canvassing, they can plug in all the addresses and make sure. Because
Got it.
if somebody does come to a door and that person has said, we do not want to be solicited to intentionally, then we'll have to have some education from the police department on how to proceed in the community.
Got it. Got it. When do you hope this when do you hope to take this up as a council?
Well, we've already talked about it in council. I believe we'll probably see that. I don't know if it's going to hit the next cow, the committee of the whole meeting. Likely.
I was like, what is the cow?
Yeah, sorry, I'm using language. We just call it the cow, committee of the whole. It's where we do all of our open discussions about topics.
Okay.
And then we decide if we're going to put it on the voting agenda the following week. So, yeah. So I don't know if it'll make this agenda coming up this coming week, but likely the one after. I mean, we're in the holidays. People are taking vacations. Things are winding down. So, and it's not just us, it's everywhere.
Got it. Got it. Sure. Sure. So maybe next year at some point then?
I think in January for sure we'll get it taken care of.
Got it. Got it. Very good. Look forward to that. Excellent. I know a lot of folks will probably be interested in that as well. So
I agree.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see how it all plays out. Very good. Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch on the Zoom with me this morning on the WHOW Morning Show. We streamed to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Well, Mr. Mayor, what else has been going on in Lincoln? We've had a lot of snow. How has Lincoln handled all the snow we've gotten the last several weeks?
Yeah, we've had a couple hits of snow. One was really big a week or so ago. The last one here, not too bad. It was 5 or 6 inches, but it was that light fluffy stuff. The first stuff was just the snow came, and then the rain came, and then it became a slushy mess, and then it froze because the temperatures bottomed out. So it was like you had boulders at the end of your driveway, and it was just kind of a hot mess. But we got a really great street and alley department, and those guys work very hard, long hours when snow comes. When we're all sleeping, they're out working. And the only complaint usually is I've got some snow in front, and they came and pushed the snow up against my car. Well, the snow's got to go somewhere. Even I was a little frustrated because I cleaned my stuff up and then they put it back. But that's just part of dealing with snow, and we all have to be a little patient and understanding.
Sure. Very good. Very good. What else? Yeah. What else has been going on in Lincoln, Mr. Mayor? What's kept you busy lately?
The tourism stuff.
Oh, yeah, the tourism. You got a great grant. Tell me about this.
Yeah. So our new director, Scott McCoy, he's not new. He's been here for a while now. Our tourism director, Scott McCoy, he has been working with the Logan County Tourism Bureau to secure a Route 66 grant. And they were able to work together, and they secured an overall grant for roughly $66,000. The city's portion will be about $411,000. And the Bureau has some things they're trying to do. They want to restore parts of the mill, which is where their office is. They need to put insulation in the walls. It's an old building, so it's not super efficient. And then they're trying to do some signage. And so they've got a portion of that grant. Our portion is going to cover the purchase of the building, which we've talked about it before. We bought the old Heartland Bank building. So this grant actually covers that cost. So now we have adequate funds to cover the cost of the building,
Mhm.
the cost of the restoration inside for the museum,
Mhm.
and we've applied for. If you've seen our donut down here that we got earlier this year,
For Mellow Green, right?
we've yeah, that big 12-foot, 10-foot donut that
Yeah,
they got down
I
there.
parked by that when I used the train last week.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, you can park in that parking lot across from the depot now. We own that. The city does.
You do? Oh
So
man, dang it! I was
yeah.
wondering that. I thought it said private property or something like that. So I didn't
Oh,
want to get in there and have the station car towed. It was me. If it was my car, I'd have parked there. But I had the station car. So
yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'll go down and look for that. I'll go down and look for that sign. But yeah,
and I could be wrong. Forgive me if I may be wrong, but I thought I saw like private property or something like that, or a notice of private property. So I didn't want to.
it used to be that way. They did that so that the bank employees could park there.
Oh, I see. Got it.
But anyways,
Yeah.
we're gonna get a 12-foot copper penny, and
Oh,
it'll
wow.
be about the size of the donut, and it's Abraham Lincoln themed. We're already working on that. A couple more of those watermelon benches,
Yeah, nice.
some murals is going up, and some more signage. So a lot going on with tourism. Something happening every day, and then they had to take a brief pause because tourism was responsible for working with my administrative assistant to do the Lincoln Christmas parade that happened here recently. So, which that was an interesting parade. I mean, we had a lot of snow that day, and so it made for a pretty cool scene.
Oh, nice.
If you haven't been on there, the Lincoln Tourism page on Facebook, it's Lincoln, Illinois Tourism, has a really cool time-lapsed video of that day when the snow was falling and the parade and stuff. So
Oh, cool.
go take a look at it. Yeah.
Where'd you find a 12-foot penny?
That was just something that our director came up with, and that was an idea that he had been kicking around, and he talked with the gentleman that had done the donut, and he's pretty familiar with those individuals.
Oh.
And so yeah, they came up with the idea of this penny. It's Abraham Lincoln.
Oh wait, you're gonna make it? You're gonna have it made?
Yeah, it's gonna be manufactured. It's
my bad.
Just like that donut.
My bad, sorry.
Yeah. So well, and which is weird timing considering they're discontinuing the penny at the federal level now.
Ironically,
so,
yeah.
You know, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a lot going on with tourism. We're trying to figure out what the program looks like going into next year, since it's the centennial celebration, and trying to maintain our partnership with the Bureau. It's working out really well. So just a lot going on. That has unfortunately occupied a lot of my time, and I say unfortunately because there's a lot of other things going on at the city. Not that tourism's unfortunate. We're blessed to be able to do what we're doing. So
yeah. What's the status of converting that old bank building into your kind of tourism economic development center?
So the economic development piece is just about ready to go. We have our partner with LEAD, Lincoln Economic Advancement and Development. We now have an agreement, and they're going to move into that building here probably the first of the year, and they're going to help run the incubator for us. But the office space it's ready almost. We're putting some paint on the walls. There's a huge conference room in the back that we're going to start letting people use in the community and rent it out. But the museum piece, that whole area has been gutted out. They're getting ready to start building walls, framing walls up, and drywall and stuff. We are in possession of the train exhibit now, so we have that. Mr. McCoy is working on some other exhibits to go in there that I think will be really cool. So yeah, I mean, we're pretty excited about it. I mean, we've had other things going on in the building that's just maintenance related. Like we had to put a water heater in, and there's a vent on the top that got covered with snow, which didn't allow the gas to vent out, which created a little bit of a smell in there. But that's just any building. So
sure. Awesome. Good stuff. Well, I know it's coming up on having to have that ready for 66 and all the things happening in 2026 there in Lincoln. Let's take a break, Mr. Mayor. What's the best way for folks to learn about all things Lincoln, Illinois?
I would go to Lincoln, Illinois Tourism on Facebook or lincolnil.gov on the web.
Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch, my guest on the Zoom today. More to come with the mayor on the WHOW Morning Show.
WHOW.
Better.
Illinois Farm Bureau, an organization that supports Illinois' #1 industry, agriculture. Today, Illinois membership includes everyone from farmers to folks like you. Discover benefits which provide a strong voice, advocacy, educational opportunities, community service, local discounts, and so much more. Thank you for being a member of Illinois Farm Bureau. If you aren't already a member, sign up today at ilfb.org.
Let's check the marks now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and Chicago wheat all slightly lower. March corn down 1 1/4, 443 1/4. May corn down 1 1/4, 451. December new crop 461 1/4, down a penny. January beans 1048 1/2, down 3 3/4. March beans down 3 1/4, 1058 3/4. New crop November 1067. Down 4. March wheat down a penny, 506 3/4. May wheat down a penny.
Are you looking for a new doctor? Someone who makes you feel heard? At Memorial Care, our primary care physicians and advanced practice providers do more than checkups. They also check in, listening to your needs, discussing your health trends, and advocating for you, especially when you notice a change. They're people you can trust from a trusted healthcare leader. Memorial Care. Real care. Real connections. Learn more at memorial.health/primary care.
Hear Clinton Maroon live play-by-play this season on WHOW, the Big 1520 Daytime, 92.3 FM in DeWitt County and 106.5 in Bloomington Normal all the time. Plus streamed at DeWittDailyNews.com, on the WHOW mobile app, and Amazon Alexa. Plus hear a best of Clinton sports broadcast Saturday mornings at 10. All brought to you by the Clinton Sports Boosters, Clinton Community YMCA, and our exclusive sponsor of Timeouts, Connexus Fiber Internet.
Your friend in Central Illinois, WHOW.
Top of the morning. Thanks for being with us. I'm your host today, Seth Lawrence. The WHOW Morning Show streams to Facebook and YouTube. Brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch on the Zoom with us today. Mr. Mayor, I had talked with your police chief, Joe Meister, a few weeks back on my show. And one thing he made mention as he was walking out the door, he said, be on the lookout for maybe some things coming down as it relates to massage parlors in Lincoln. What's going on, Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, so we've had massage therapists in Lincoln for a long time, just like every community. It's not uncommon, but here in probably the last year, we had a situation where a massage parlor popped up, and on the surface, it looks like they were providing that service. When we got into it, we realized that there was other things that they were attempting to do. So we wanted to make sure that if they were operating in the community, that they were doing so. The reason we're talking a lot about this at the city is because our ordinances were not designed to allow us to quickly respond to the situation that was going on. And so it really required a lot of effort from our chief of police and our city attorney to, I guess, get in there and shut that nefarious activity down that was going on. And so in attempting to try to solve that problem and give us a little bit more teeth to jump in there and react, we've had to take a little bit of a pause and make sure that when we are making changes that we're not severely impacting other businesses that are currently operating under the city. Because when you talk about massage parlors, it kind of falls under this big umbrella, and we don't want to hurt our existing businesses. So we've been working through that. We've had a couple open discussions about it in council. We've had some people from the massage industry come in and speak to us and share their thoughts about it. So it's a work in progress, but we have to change with the times. That particular location that popped up in Lincoln, we learned about it because they were soliciting those services I believe on Craigslist or one of those websites. And yeah, it was kind of a shock when it happened. So
Yeah, sure. And so, yeah, that's one of those things you're kind of reactive to instead of kind of, and yeah, that's unfortunate. So when it comes to, working through that, obviously you want to be swift in that process, but also be thorough. How about just that balance?
yeah, I think that is the rub right there, is how to be thorough but move quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And in our attempt to be thorough, uh, we've got some feedback that maybe our ordinance that has been proposed might be too thorough, I guess is a way of saying it. And
How so?
so we're having it, it has a lot of things in it that some may deem to be overly restrictive in existing businesses, such as the layout of your location and the dimensions of it and and the activities going on. Well, again, we don't want to impact businesses that are here that are, following state guidelines, they're licensed, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. In this particular instance that prompted a lot of this individual or couple individuals that were operating this location, they weren't licensed. They weren't doing the things they were supposed to do. There was things that were going on inside the building that were just unacceptable in our community. And so when we found out about it, our attorney and the chief of police had to work with the judicial branch here locally to get court orders to be able to go in and address the problem.
Wow.
We're modifying our ordinances so that we don't have to go through all of those hoops again.
Mm-hmm.
That process took us about 2 months to get resolved. Well, a lot can happen in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
We want to move swifter than that. We want to resolve things within days, not
Mm-hmm.
months.
Right. Sure. Makes sense. Mr. Mayor, on that note, got to let you go, sir. Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Okay.
Thanks for making time for us.
You as well.
Yeah,
Take care.
Lincoln Mayor Tracy Welch on the Zoom with us this morning. The morning show streams to Facebook and YouTube, brought to you by Peterson Insurance, your Pekin Insurance agent in Clinton. Network news on the way.